live, gentlemen. We're live with Bridging the Geekdoms. That's right. We are live. And we don't have music going because I got a copyright strike for using music that I was using on this channel years ago, which is odd. I don't understand.
How dare you copyright strike yourself?
It was like, yeah.
This
What's going on, everybody?
Oh my god, this thing's cool as shit. Its legs extend out. Look at it.
It's adorable.
Oh, that's going right there.
Colton,
anyways,
you're never gonna use it. It's just gonna sit on your desk.
No. Well, maybe. I don't even know how do you charge. Oh no, it plugs into the wall. That's fucking cool. It plugs in. Its little bussy plugs into the wall.
It's little bussy.
Oh my god, this thing's dope. This is a cool $50.
Oh boy, what's going on, gentlemen? We got a lot to talk about. There's more tech / gaming to talk about more than anything else. There really is. But we got some Marvel stuff to talk about. Supergirl has been the talk of the town lately. There's some really cool Batman news and animation news from DC. There was some interesting information that came out about Disney that I know Jerry was a little like, no.
About what?
No, we'll get to it. We'll get to it, Jerry. Don't you worry. We'll get to it.
Way to tease.
And Apple, we're going to talk some tech. Apple was like, hey, we're going to just blow up the tech world and raise the prices on all of our products tonight. So yeah, we'll get into all of that. But before we do, there's also going to be a game today. So it's a fun little game that I want to play. So we will do that as well. You two will play the game. I won't. I will sit here and laugh at the both of you. So
that's not very cash money of you, Bob.
That's not very Cash Patel of you, Bob.
I thought of a really funny game, but we might get canceled for it. So I'm gonna have to text you guys offline. I thought of it like 10 minutes ago.
We should definitely do an after-hour show, like a lock it behind a paywall show.
That's, you know what the problem is though, you get haters that pay to cancel you.
Fuck it, I'll take your money. I don't care.
Yeah. But my dad always said, because I always tried to
come just like a box of chocolate
hustle as a kid, and my dad was like, the best revenge is taking people you don't like's money.
Exactly. Fuck it. Come and hate on me, please. Pay $5 a piece. I'll cry right to the bank.
That's how I feel when someone I really despise likes one of my posts on X. I'm like, you know.
Yeah, I haven't shared or commented any wanky shit on anybody's stuff lately. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Before we get into this, let's share this up a little bit. Come hang and watch us look like.
Wait. Hold on. No. Let me do it. Come watch us three slim, thick white guys busted down sexual style here.
Guys, I gotta you want to talk about looking like idiots? I'm sorry.
We're here throwing it back from egregious angles.
No. What happened? No.
Oh, God. Bob touched himself, and now the screen's covered in white goo.
I lost it. I got to find it. Again.
As we're sitting here doing the tech problems, and I'm cleaning off my desk.
No. I'm sorry. Sorry. Because we typically start our show off with something ridiculous.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Hold on. Wait.
Donovan, you're going to love it. Every issue gets better. That's the crazy thing about Absolute Batman.
Oh, my God. I forgot. We have comments. Hi, Hunter. Totally.
All right, guys. Look
from the private chat.
I'm sorry, but I literally pulled up Twitter and I saw this. Go ahead, Colton.
Man. Oh, man. I didn't know I was getting put on here. Fuck, man. Even kind of looks like me.
You know, the funny thing is like, if he's stupid, because if he sold this in the right way, I guarantee you he could raise money. He should have said, you know, conservative was giving me shit for having a small wanker, and like I am super woke and I am disadvantaged. I have a disability with my small penis. I need money, and then Blue Sky would have crowdfunded him to the moon.
First off, was there like a competition to see if he truly has the smallest penis? Well, because nobody told me. Nobody told me. I wasn't invited to this.
Did Howard Stern have a smallest penis contest a long ass time ago?
I think he did, actually.
And I also want to say, like, he could probably make more money with an OnlyFans. Like, he's not afraid to say, "Hey, look, I have the smallest." So he's probably not afraid to just, I guess it wouldn't be whipping it out. I guess it would, like, what would, I don't know, but he probably isn't afraid to just show it on camera. He'll probably make loads more money on OnlyFans. Like, bro, you're doing this all wrong.
Well, see, and he could totally do a viral campaign on TikTok of just walking up to women, spare coochie for my small wee fund, please. There you go.
All right. Sorry. I know this isn't what this show is supposed to be about, but
we're soft launching Bridging the Nighttime. It's our late NSFW work.
Geekdoms Nights. I think the two of you are too young to remember, but back in the 90s, Baywatch was huge. Baywatch was huge. And it was so big that they released a show called Baywatch Nights. And it only came out at night. And it was all like nighttime stories. And it was awesome because I watched that too. And I was just a kid.
Hey,
I shouldn't have been watching that stuff. But
I was 4 when the 90s ended, so
yeah. I was just glad when my dad went out so I could watch Terminator on his Laserdisc.
Laserdisc. There you go. All right, there are some comments, so we'll go through. Donovan says, I am currently reading Absolute Batman. So far, so good. I'm not sure what you're up to on it. I got up to there is Joker. I got up to where they start insinuating Joker in it. So I don't remember what issue that was, but that's how far I got to. He also says, Slav, I tweeted you a post you should bring up. I saw what you tweeted me, and I am going to bring it up. I'm probably not going to pull up the post, but I am going to talk about that a bit. Hunter Iggy, what are your thoughts on people review bombing the Supergirl movie? We'll talk about that in a second. Donovan says the Doom posting after the Supergirl reactions really is just telling of how many people are just lacking in common sense. Donovan says it's insane how many on Twitter are complaining of a lack of Wonder Woman animated series, yet we're getting both a Wonder Woman film and Paradise Lost, and everyone just seems to throw those two to the wayside. Donovan says there's this one guy on Twitter who just keeps saying Greta Gerwig, and I'm like, sure, she's a good director, but there are like so many more options out there, and who's to say another pitch for a Wonder Woman film might be better than Greta's.
By the way, I want to say something on this. Since when did it become a thing that if you're going to direct a movie, you have to be, if it's a female-led movie, it needs to be a woman. If it's a black, person-led movie, it needs to be a black person. Like, I'm sorry, but that shit is that shit's whack. Like, whoever is the best director for the thing directs the movie. Okay, we don't need Greta Gerwig or Ryan Coogler to direct every black person movie and every female-led movie. It's crazy. It's stupid. Obviously, if it's going to be Black Panther, the guy should be black. Obviously, it's Wonder Woman. It shouldn't be a man. But the person directing the movie, that's ridiculous.
Hey, I don't really care.
Yeah, I feel like whoever's best qualified should go at it. I mean,
I think if they sit down with the person running the studio and they have the best pitch, that's who it should be. So
exactly.
This is me. Donovan says he's on issue 1 of Absolute Batman. So you got a ways to go, my man.
Yeah. No, but it's like what came out recently. I think it was like 18 or 19 or no, 21 or 20. I think we're up to 21 right now. So you could run through that pretty quickly.
All right, let's move to our first story. Avengers Doomsday. Now, last week there were some leaks. There were some leakies that came out last week, if you remember. I think we may have talked about it last week. I can't remember. We talked about it a lot.
You mean the whole boat went underwater?
Yeah, it was leaky. And apparently, there were some more leaks that got our first look at Sentinels. So as part of those leaks, we got to see some Sentinels. Now, here's the thing. Some people don't know if they're 100% accurate or what. John Campea apparently says that it's pretty accurate to what he knows of the film. He hasn't seen the film, but he's been told quite a bit of the film. However, the images that we've gotten at first were pretty pixelated. But since then, they've gotten cleared up a bit. They're more clear. They're not so pixelated. But still, when I'm looking at them, like the eyes are wonky, the hands and like the feet aren't really good. Like they are very AI generated looking. I don't know if I believe that these images are real. I don't know. Then there is some, I think it was a fake comment from Joe Russo going around saying, yes, we use AI to place what we want to see before we do the final product. And I was like, I don't think that's a real comment either, but who knows? Maybe it is. I don't even know anymore. Did you guys see these leaks? What do you think? Do you think they're real? Do you think they're fake? Do you think it's accurate? What are you guys thinking?
You know, the one thing I do want to say that John Campea also made a good point, and he was like, you know, just because something gets removed doesn't mean it's real. He's like, there have been instances where stuff has been removed because it hurts the IP or it hurts the perspective of the movie. So companies have things removed. Just because it's removed doesn't mean it's fake. However, I do think it's real. I think it looks legit. I forget who, but I know some people said like it's 100% real. And I believe it. I also think it's very possible that Marvel released it. I think Marvel is on a very strict schedule with the trailer. And you have to keep in mind, they have a lot of business partnerships on a movie like this. And with those come promised dates. And there probably are confirmed dates for the trailer that everyone's waiting for. And they want to get stuff out there before then. And they get to do this and pretend it's fake. I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I feel like if they were fake or weren't real, they would have been copyright striking the shit out of everything. Just like, nah, it's too close to what we were doing. No. You know, like Bob and our music.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sucks that it seems like most of the movie's already been spoiled. At least all the good parts.
I disagree. Yeah, we don't know much.
I really don't know. Like I sit here and like I said, I looked at them. I know Donovan here says they look weird because they're unfinished. I don't know. I really looked at it and it looked AI. It didn't look unfinished. It looked AI to me in what I was looking at. Now, I don't know. Like, again, the backdrop looked familiar to those leaked photos that we saw of the X mansion that we saw months and months ago. So yeah, it could be leaked photo, it could be leaked from that. Then again, somebody could just be putting stuff together and saying and getting lucky and saying, hey, these characters are here. Maybe they heard the same information that John Campea heard and they're just putting stuff together. I don't know. Regardless, I think it's only a matter of time until we get legitimate information from this movie coming out. It's just they've been shooting this movie and putting it together for far too long, and eventually real information is going to get out. It's just like what happened with Spider-Man No Way Home. it's just when you take so long to get a movie to come out, it's undoubtedly that information will get out. And I know Donovan's saying that there's going to be a trailer at SDCC, which is in about a month's time. I get that, but I'm saying that non-trailer information is going to get out. We're going to get information that comes out that isn't trailer related before this movie comes out. And it's just because they just took so damn long with this film. I mean, they started filming it not this past July. Was it? No, they started filming it before. When did they start? It's been more than a year.
I think around Fantastic Four, because remember, they said the post-credit scene from Fantastic Four was shot on the set of Avengers Doomsday. And they also claimed that the Russo brothers shot it. And this second part, I don't believe, but they said it was Robert Downey Jr. The reason I don't think it was Robert Downey Jr. in that post-credit is because, number one, they famously said that when he was shooting Iron Man, when the mask is on, he was out. Like, that wasn't him. They're paying him God knows how much money. That yes, you can make the argument, well, they're paying him enough money. But you could also make the argument, yeah, they're paying him enough money, and it didn't need to be him. There weren't any lines. He was in a full suit and mask. Of course, they're not going to say, oh, yeah, it wasn't Robert Downey Jr. It was just a stand-in. Like, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know, guys. Let us know your thoughts. Do you guys think that those leaks are legit or not? Let us know in the comments before. Let us know your comments.
No, time travel and comment before this shit went live.
In the comments below.
Let us know about 17 minutes ago.
Anyways, all right, let's move forward with the next story, which is Supergirl. Okay, guys, look. Over on my channel, Slav's Free Talk, the last 2 days I've discussed this quite a bit. Now, I don't think any of us here has gotten a chance to go see the movie yet.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I thought it came out tomorrow.
Oh, it technically does. Tomorrow is technically the release date, okay? Yesterday, Wednesday, was the Amazon Prime early screenings. Today is the early screenings, and then tomorrow is the official release date. Now, the tomato meter was the talk of the town yesterday because it's the tomato meter score, the Rotten Tomato score was a 56% when it released. It then went up all the way. I think the highest it went up to was a 62%. And then it dropped all the way back down to a 56, went back up to a 60. And as we see it right now, it is back down to 59%. That is critic scores, 59%. And I think it's pretty ironic because I did say in my video today that I think that the audience score is going to be 65 to 70%. It's at 75% with 500 plus verified ratings. That's pretty respectable. I think it's going to probably finish around 70% with the audience scores after this weekend. I think you're going to see it probably drop a little bit, but the audience is always a bit higher than what the critics are. It's typically what it is. Now, I've been hearing and seeing that people are saying, oh, there's people that are review bombing Supergirl. Okay, first off, remember, when it comes to Rotten Tomatoes, you cannot review bomb on Rotten Tomatoes anymore. You have to be a verified review on Rotten Tomatoes. That means you have to have bought your ticket through Fandango to be able to review this movie. So you can't just go on there and just review bomb it. You can't create bots, that kind of thing. You have to have at least bought a ticket through Fandango to review it on here. So you can't do that. As of IMDb, I don't typically trust the ratings on IMDb. Metacritic is a good one to kind of to gauge on there. They don't vet, but they kind of weed out the review bombs on there pretty well. I also don't really take the ratings seriously until about a week or two after the movie's been out, because you got to give the audience time. Like, you can't just sit there and say, oh, the first 500 people that saw it, this is what it is. You got to give it some time. Let it sit, because it's going to fluctuate a little bit for the first week or two. So that's kind of what it's looking like. I do think some people are acting like this is okay. I'm going to let you guys chime in a second here, but so Donovan sent me a post about how people are acting like this is it. Like, you have to. Here, let me pull it up here, because I'm going to read it exactly. I should have pulled it up, but I didn't. It says the Supergirl discourse is a stark reminder that we've completely lost the ability to talk about these movies like normal people. If a comic book movie isn't a masterpiece, it's suddenly the worst movie ever made, and everyone involved should be embarrassed. Are people actually reacting to the movie anymore, or just to the narrative around it? And I completely agree about that. I completely agree to that, because I haven't seen the movie. I want to go see it. I'm going to see it this weekend. And when I go see it, I'm going to, just like I did with Superman last year. Like, I was hyped for Superman. And when I came out of the theater, I was just kind of meh about it. I went and saw it a second time, and my enjoyment was a bit higher the second time. But, like, I'm going to give my honest and truthful opinion about this movie when I go and see it. I'm not going to let what critics say or what the audience says. I'm not going to worry about what YouTubers are saying or what people are saying on Twitter, on other social media. I don't care about what the narrative is around it. I don't care that, hey, I want DCU to be successful, but I don't care that I want it to be successful. I'm going to talk truthfully about this movie. But people can't do that anymore. And a lot of the people are sitting here talking, and I've even seen it in my comments on my videos. They're talking about, oh, this movie's trash, the DCU is over, when they haven't even seen the damn movie. And it's getting ridiculous. What do you guys think?
I think, first of all, I never thought this movie looked good, okay? I didn't think any of the trailers looked good. I remember thinking when they announced it that this is the second movie for the DCU. I don't think it's a good idea, but nonetheless, I was like, I'm going to wait to see what happens, but I'm not going to hide my thoughts. I'm going to keep it real, because, like, the same thing with you. I'm always going to give my honest opinion. It's a good point, though, that if a comic book movie isn't a masterpiece, people do act like it is the end of the world. And it's almost like, oh, I think part of that is it's very easy to look at a comic book movie or any IP as this is corporate, like, boardroom slop. Whereas if it's a movie like Heat, and, say Heat came out in 1995 and it wasn't a good movie, people be like, all right, well, that was an original idea. So I think that's the difference. Granted, I still think that tweet is accurate. But, I think that people are.
Wait, did you just say Heat is not a good movie?
No, I said he's a great movie, but pretend it wasn't. Like, pretend it wasn't. People wouldn't be like, oh, well, that's corporate slop, because it obviously wasn't a corporate movie. However, here's the thing with me for this. Like, the reason why I'm not going to ever give up on the DCU is pretty simple. It's the fact that, let's say, and I tweeted about this the other day, let's say the DCU does fail. I don't think it will. I hope it doesn't. But let's just say for a second it does. And let's go into the future when that moment happens. If the DCU fails, Warner Brother might not be like, oh, you know what? Let's try again. At that point, they've, over the past, since Snyder and James Gunn, they've now be like, oh, we've tried twice. It just doesn't work. We need to kind of just do Elseworlds things like the Batman epic crime saga and maybe a Superman movie here and there. But a cinematic universe for DC, it's tried and failed too many times. This isn't the IP that's prime for that. Marvel has a better IP for it. Star Wars is better for that. But we got to figure out something else with DC. I don't want that to happen. I think that would be horrible. So I'm just going to stay rooting for the DC for that reason alone. Number one. Number two, I do believe in James Gunn. I do think he is was the right choice for this. There's something else I saw this week that made me lose confidence in that, and I meant to send it, but it was his favorite comics from New 52. They were not good New 52 comics. New 52 had a couple of really good comics, and most of it was ass, okay? New 52, I know it's like kind of famous in the movie world, but in the comic book world, it's not known as a great era of DC, even though there are some really famous New 52 comics. So that was number one, because the whole thing with picking James Gunn was he's a comics guy. However, James Gunn, he's never made a bad comic book movie, ever. All of his comic book movies have been fire, okay? And even if you're, one of those niche people that don't like them, you have to understand and acknowledge that most people do. The thing with Supergirl, and I haven't seen the movie, I'm planning on seeing it. I almost want to wait for it to come out on streaming, but I am going to go see it. I do think it's important to support the DCU. I think it's fair for people to lose confidence if the reception is bad and box office is low and things of that nature. I don't think that's unfair. It was a big decision to make this as the second movie. And if it doesn't do well and isn't received well, people lose confidence. That failure makes people lose confidence. That's the nature of losing confidence. So I think it's important to acknowledge that. And I want to say something else. And we talked about this a couple times, but I'm going to go even further on it. Now, there's something weird with DC fans. For some reason, DC fans seem doomed. The same thing with the Snyder Cult. It's a lot with the James Gunn fans. They can't take any criticism. But for some reason, it seems like most of the people who have a lot of criticism for James Gunn and the DCU aren't able to criticize Marvel, or they're not able to criticize Star Wars. And a lot of them come from the Snyder Cult. So I think a lot of it is bad faith. I'm not saying all of it is bad faith. Donovan knows I've talked to him about this online. I'm not trying to hash it out. I'm just saying, but so I think a lot of the criticism from the DCU comes from people who like to act like their criticism is genuine and they're unbiased and they're not a shill for another IP. And a lot of that is straight up bullshit.
What you got, Colton? Anything?
Thank you.
Besides a round of applause.
No, I think honestly, it's just because it's the DC. I think it's just because it's DC. Most of the time, it's like, oh, we got the Zack Snyder people that are just eating their own shit and playing in it. They can't handle anything that's not produced by Zack Snyder. Then you have like people from the MCU that are like, oh, this is DC. But I think this also speaks bigger to like just our culture as a whole, where it's not exactly how I like it, so I hate it, and I got to make sure everybody knows my opinion, and I'm going to stumble across the 3 other loud voices in the room that are going to voice their opinion. Then you get herd mentality that everybody's not going to like it because 4 loud people said they don't like it. And that's internet culture just as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's getting out of hand. It really is, because why can't we just sit down and have a conversation about the movie? Like, why can't it just be about the movie? And that's the problem. That we had this with Superman last year. Why couldn't it just be about the movie? Why couldn't we just sit down and say, hey, I like this about the movie, I didn't like this about the movie, it turns into just this fight about this narrative of James Gunn isn't good enough, or the DCU is going to flop. It's going to be canceled, and James Gunn and Peter Safran are going to be fired, and this and that. And it's like, guys, like, let's just talk about the movie. Like, who cares about all of this noise around here? Like, that doesn't matter. Like, it's a movie. It's in the DC realm. Are you a DC fan? You say you are. So let's talk about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you like? What didn't you like? What worked? What didn't work? Okay, let's move on to the next one. That's all I want to do. Like that, what we used to do before there was all this bullshit. That's what I want to do. But people just can't do that. And we see all of these people online who haven't even seen the movie yet. They haven't seen the movie, and they're on X, they're on YouTube making videos saying, oh, this movie's a flop. It's a flop. It's destroying DC. James Gunn's a hack. Craig Gillespie and Anna Naguaria, that she's terrible. She wrote a terrible movie. Her movie is a disgrace, and she's supposed to be writing Wonder Woman. This is a disgrace. And it's like, you haven't seen the fucking movie. Not only that, but you haven't seen the movie, and you're saying it's a disgrace. And number two, you're saying it's a flop, and the movie isn't even officially out yet. So, like my God, like, can we just get back to what makes movie going fun? I can't take it. I just can't. I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm over
it. Better take it.
But, and then I'm going to bitch about some people later on here. So that's what I do.
Yay. I cannot wait till we get to the middle segment. That's where I get to do my bitching.
So there's some interesting information. According to The Wrap, Warner Brothers is apparently considering that any kind of box office return for Supergirl that is above 300 million is a victory. I say this constantly. If you watch Slav's Free Talk, if you watch me at all, you know how much I hate talking box office. But I'm going to say this. We need to stop talking box office. We need to. Everybody needs to just stop acting like they know what the hell they're talking about when it comes to box office. We do, because we don't know. Everybody's like, okay, if the movie costs $175 million to make, you take that, times that by 2, and then you have to go run outside naked, spin around 6 times, put your dick in the sand, and then poop out a gold coin, and that's when you know they made a profit. Like, no. We don't know what it takes for a movie to be profitable, because we don't know all the intricacies of what they do financially, what kind of tax credits they get, what kind of promotional things they get when it comes to brand marketing and things like that. We don't know all of the intricacies. So when people sit there and act like they know what they're talking about on YouTube, on social media, they don't. They don't. So we all need to just sit there like, okay, I get it. We can sit down and say, okay, the movie cost $175 million to make. Okay, cool. That's fine. But in reality, it probably, with marketing and stuff, it costs a little bit more. Ideally, we want to see the movie make $500 million. I'm not talking about Supergirl. I'm just talking about a movie in general. Okay, so we wanted to make that. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't make that, the studio could come out saying, hey, we're happy with it. It made what we wanted to make. Us as fans, us as the audience, we have to just accept that. We can't get angry. We thought it had to make 500, but the studio wanted or believed it needed or wanted something else. Their expectations are different than our expectations. And that's how it always is. So I think it's time for like the conversation around box office to just stop. Like, sure, you can watch it if you're a fan of discussing and looking at numbers. Sure, dude, have fun. But you're never going to be right because you don't know. So knock yourself out. But this goes hand in hand with what we were just talking about. This narrative, there's this need, this want, this desire to, I need to see and have something tangible to prove to everybody that something is a failure, something is not right, that everything is falling, the sky is falling, James Gunn failed, or this person failed, or Disney is failing, or woke mentality is evil. And this proves it. This right here, the box office proves it. But that's not always the case, because we don't always know what the hell we're talking about. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I do think that regardless of box office and internal tactics, like, one thing that the box office will always tell us is it's an indication if audience wanted to turn out for it or not. or how much, because regardless, the box office number represents how many people went to the theaters to see the movie. And I do think that's important. However, on the other side, I also think that most of the people that talk about box office, piggybacking on what you said, is a lot of them say it to prove that something was a failure. People rarely talk about box office to say, oh, you know what? Deadpool and Wolverine did $1.3 billion. It was a great movie. And by the way, no one says it's a great movie anymore. Pretty much everyone was like, that was nostalgia or whatever, but I do see more. I talk box office. I'm a business guy. That's kind of my thing. But I do see a lot of people talk box office and talk business when I know they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And that is irritating. It's always irritating to me to see someone who is full of shit being full of shit, and someone who's talking in bad faith. I don't think anyone appreciates any of that. And I do think James Gunn could come out and say a movie that was a failure and it failed and they're not happy with it internally. I do think it's possible for him to still come out and say, oh, well, we're happy with this movie because they want to save face. I'm not saying he's doing that or he's not doing that. I'm just saying I think it's something that's possible. But, I have a mutual that got into my comment section the other night, and he was talking to me about Superman. And he was trying to prove to me Superman is a box office failure. And, he said that, and this is, again, something I know from business. And I don't want to really get into too much what I do, but part of what I do is I look at businesses' numbers and their revenue and payroll and all that kind of stuff. And one of the things that I can tell you is that businesses want to say that the numbers are lower to certain people. And his whole point was, oh, well, they said to Congress that Superman did disappointing numbers. But it's very possible, and I'm not saying this for a fact because I don't know, but it's very possible that they said something like that because they knew they were working on acquisitions and they wanted to say that number was lower because they don't want regulators getting involved and blocking companies from buying Warner Brothers. Now, you might think the opposite. You might think, oh, well, they want to say it's higher because they want to get more money. In certain examples, yes, not to regulators. Regulators, they want their numbers to look smaller. Most companies that are that size do, because that's when regulators get involved when they think they're too big, especially if they're looking at an acquisition. So, but he just brushed over that. He didn't even care. And you could look up what I said. Like, companies do that all the time. So again, people who talk about this stuff who are just looking it up online and reading about it, and not every business's formula is the same. They come up with their budgets differently. They come up with their success metrics differently. But you also can't count $100 million in promotions towards box office. You know why? Because that number doesn't count tickets. Box office is tickets. Simple as that. It's great that they did it. It's, historic. But that 100 mil doesn't go into box office because box office is a number that reflects ticket sales. Promotions aren't ticket sales. Thank you, Colton.
I'm giving everybody claps today.
I appreciate it.
Now, see, I'll agree with both of you because, there is a business standpoint to it where you do have to see what people want, what they don't want. But also, like, for example, we'll use Superman Saga here. 300 million. Someone that's throwing around numbers that aren't 100% certain and never confirmed or anything isn't a true fan. You are looking for something that's clickbaity, that's going to get you interactions, that's going to make you feel good about yourself because that's what you do. In reality, like a normal person should, why the fuck does it matter? It's not affecting the movie at all. You like the movie, you go watch it again. If not, who cares if it makes $300 million? Who gives a fuck? I don't. It's not going to affect my views on the movie. That's just how I feel about it.
I also see people say, like, oh, what are we doing? We need to do this or that. Like, bro, you're not part of Warner Brothers. What the fuck are you talking about? We
exactly.
like, yeah.
Yeah, like let me buy the Superman branded toilet paper so I can wipe my ass with that thought. Like, who cares? Nothing I do is going to affect that movie outside of like the $10 they're going to get off my ticket.
Right.
I mean, when it comes down to it, box office matters to the companies, to Warner Brothers, to Disney, to Universal, to Paramount, whomever it is. That's who it matters to. It doesn't matter to us. To you, to me, to any of the audience, it doesn't matter. The only time it matters is whenever we're handing our cash over to the theater chain to say, hey, I'm going to sit in your theater and watch this movie. That's the only time the box office ever matters. Because for us, we don't understand how that money gets divvied up. We don't know what percentage of that money being handed to that cashier goes to the theater, then goes to the studio. We don't know then what's the difference between what it is in America to what it is in China, to what it is in England, to what it is in Australia, to what it is in Canada, because it's different everywhere. We don't understand what all those differences are. However, what we see is on Box Office Mojo, hey, the total box office is X. So we see, $300 million from domestic. Okay, that's cool. So that's Canada, that's United States, great. Internationally, $125 million. Okay, but how much of each one of those goes to the studio? We don't know. The studio knows. We don't know. And then on top of that, everything else. So again, it's cool to see it. I understand that people want to know, but unless you're in the studio, you're never going to know. You just never will. And even then, you're not going to know unless you're in those accounting departments or a producer on that movie. You're never, ever going to know. So I just think it's pointless. I do. And again, I've said this before. Colton will probably know, like going way back to when I think we were even the Remote Control podcast.
Oh man, don't date us. Don't date us. Don't date us. That's almost 10 years ago.
I hated talking. I hated talking box office back then because it was pointless. It's just pointless. It's stupid. It is so stupid. But
and to cap off this conversation, it doesn't directly affect you. Quit giving a fuck. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Does it affect your day to day? No. Oh, hey, we're starting video games already?
No. I kind of put this. I moved this up a little bit.
You yelled at me 2 weeks ago for not putting that in with fucking video games. Suck my ass. You yelled at me 2 weeks ago for that.
Well, I moved it up today. So we're done with DC, guys. So, well, not really. We got more DC down the line, I think, but I moved it to comics section. Things are all over the place, guys.
Our fucking notes are a mess after Bob yelled at us about it.
Well, suck my ass.
So I guess I'll talk about this one since it's gaming, technically, even though it's not in gaming.
The floor is
so Netflix is making a Gears movie that is Gears 1 and Gears E-Day, but in a movie. Ta-da! Nah, but it's really like a rehash of Gears 1. The origin story of Delta Squad is the story of Gears 1. I don't know why it needs a movie. I'm not going to turn down a movie because Gears is dope, but I don't know why we need it.
I have a question for you guys because I never got into Gears, but like recently, Slav, you said that PlayStation is much more cinematic than Xbox. When it comes to Gears, is Gears cinematic like Uncharted or
no? It's like think of it. It's set up like a Call of Duty game. Like you have a cutscene and it might flow into gameplay, but there's normally like a hard cut and you go.
Yeah,
it is a really good story. Would recommend.
I mean, you're leaving out the fact that David Leitch is attached to this. He has directed movies such as Fall Guy, Bullet Train, Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, Deadpool 2, Atomic Blonde. I mean, come on. Like he's directed
it's Deadpool gonna be good. 2. But I just don't see why we need
great.
Like he's done a lot of good movies. Like you can't.
But it's it's gonna be good. It's Gears. It's gonna be good. as long as I can see the Lancer literally saw someone in half. That's all I want in this movie, and I'll be content after that. And wall jumping. If we can get wall jumping, that'd be cool too. For I know you guys have not played Gears, but it's when you just bounce back and forth really fast.
I played the first Gears, and I played the second Gears too.
Donovan, we don't need that negativity in the chat. I'm sorry. We don't need that. We don't need that negativity. No, I mean, it is a very niche thing. Like it's very gory. It's either you like it or you don't. So I don't blame you. But keep that negativity out, please. Peace and love. Peace and love.
All right. Well, let us know your thoughts on Gears. Donovan already did. All right. This one is fun. So, Disney, apparently, according to Bob Iger, former head of Disney, almost bought James Bond, the James Bond franchise, as well as Twitter, and almost merged with Apple years ago. Now, the James Bond merger, or acquisition, I should say, almost happened back around the time when they bought Star Wars. So Bob Iger, who stepped down, this comes from Variety, stepped down from his second stint as Disney CEO in March, gave an exit interview to Financial Times in which he revealed that he tried to acquire the James Bond franchise for Disney amid a spending spree that included the acquisition of Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars. Pixar was priority number one for Iger, and the studio felt unstoppable when it acquired Pixar in May 2006 for $7.4 billion. It was like the clouds lifted and the sun started to shine again, Iger said. We put together a list of acquisition targets. Marvel was one, Star Wars was another, James Bond was one. We had a list, and I figured, let's just tick them off and buy them all. James Bond is the franchise that got away. Amazon is the current owner. Other companies did too, Iger told Financial Times, that he was close to buying Twitter from owner Jack Dorsey at a very attractive price. The plan was to turn Twitter into a global distribution platform for Disney, but Iger admitted he got cold feet on the morning of the deal and worried it would be a horrible distraction. Elon Musk ended up buying Twitter and transforming it into X. Disney also flirted with an Apple merger. Iger first revealed in his 2019 memoir that he believed the two companies would have combined or at least discussed the possibility of merging very seriously if Steve Jobs were still alive. But now Iger revealed that some conversations did actually take place between Apple and Disney about a merger that Iger thinks would have been truly transformational and equal. But we talked about it internally, and we had some conversations with Apple about it, but it never went anywhere, Iger said. Apple didn't show that much interest. Iger stepped down as CEO in March, and blah, blah, blah. I don't care about that. Okay. So first, I'm going to talk about all three real quick. The first one I want to talk about is Apple. I think the Apple one would have been huge if it would have happened. However, I think it would have been a mistake. I think Apple on its own and doing what it's doing is better than had it been with Disney. And I think Disney doing what it's doing is better than had it been part of a tech company. Like Apple, first and foremost, is a tech company. Yes, they have an entertainment division now, but the point of their entertainment division is to sell tech. So that's what they're doing. They are a tech company. Disney, when you get down to it, they are not they are an entertainment company, but the point of their entertainment company is to push entertainment and to get people to their amusement parks and things like that. When Bob Iger sits there and talks about how buying Twitter would have been a distraction, I think this merger with Apple would have been a distraction for them, and one and or both would have suffered for it. Speaking of Twitter, again, it would have been a distraction. He's absolutely right. I don't see what the benefit would have been for either one of those companies at all for that to have gone through. And I think it would have hurt Disney, and they probably would have sold it off. Now, James Bond. So let's sit back. Let's take a look. Around that time, they bought Pixar. and Pixar has become quite possibly the biggest animation studio in the world since then. They come out with 2, maybe 3 films a year that almost every single one of them become billion-dollar hits. I mean, let's face it, sure, one here and there flops or doesn't do well, but Toy Story 5 is gonna make $1 billion. They have, again, every movie, Zootopia, like they make crazy buku bucks. Marvel, look at what they did with Marvel. Marvel has become a huge studio and has become actually the biggest studio of all time, the most successful studio of all time. Star Wars, though, and Lucasfilm, well, yeah. So James Bond, what could they have done with that? Now,
chicken it and make her gay.
At that time, Daniel Craig. Now, would this have happened because they bought Pixar in 2006? When did Daniel Craig become Bond? Was that around 2000?
That was when Casino Royale came out. Yep.
So Daniel Craig, most likely, his first Bond would have come out, at least his first Bond, maybe his second one. So he would have been Bond at the time. Would they have continued with him? Would they have rebooted with him or without him? I don't know. But how would it have done? Now, let's also not forget that at the time, it was a family-owned business, or not business, but a family-owned company, essentially. Amazon didn't own it then. I don't know. But it was very much like George Lucasfilm back then. I don't know. I struggle with this because I see what Disney was able to do for Pixar and Marvel. Unfortunately, Lucasfilm and Star Wars has suffered. 2 out of the 3 have done really well. Which way would James Bond have gone? What do you guys think? Out of all three things here, what do you think?
Well, first of all, I think Bond would have been terrible. And I say that as I've been a huge James Bond fan since I'm 5 years old. I've read all the books. I grew up on the movies. They are just first of all, they were even not that everything after Endgame has been great with Marvel, but during peak woke, when everything was woke, they were making Marvel more woke. James Bond has always been a target of the culture war because he's inherently conservative. He's everything that they hate. And you just can't give someone like that to a company like Disney. It's just not the right fit. It would have been the worst studio to own James Bond. I am so glad that didn't happen.
And what about the Twitter and
Apple? I'm happy it didn't happen with Twitter I either. And I'm happy because I think it was really important that Elon bought Twitter. Now, as they like to say, Star Wars is for everyone. You know what I like to say? When Elon bought Twitter, he made it for everyone. And not aside from that, they hate that. But it's true. That's why they went to Blue Sky. Now, the other thing is that
Blue Ski is what I like to call it.
But he said it would have been a huge distraction from everything. I agree with that. And I think he means distraction from everything they were trying to do at Disney, not a distraction as a social media distracting us. They don't give a shit if we're distracted from our daily lives on Twitter. But I don't think Disney would be where they're at today if they bought Twitter. I think it would have killed the platform. And I also think it would have bogged Disney down, and they wouldn't have been able to flesh out Marvel the way they have.
Yeah, I don't personally see why Disney would have been interested in Twitter. That doesn't seem like it matches up with the company at all.
Well, I mean, for social media, they wanted it to be a Disney distribution platform.
So just make one like they did. That just doesn't make sense.
Disney
That doesn't.
Plus.
Yeah, but I could see using Apple for launching like a Disney Plus type thing. I could see that, but like you said, Apple's a tech company. Twitter's a tech company too, so I don't really see the point of that. And it would have been cool to see James Bond as a Disney princess. It would have been cool. But they would have probably destroyed it. They would have absolutely annihilated it. It would have been, you know, oh, he's a gay lesbian wolf, or sorry, she's a gay lesbian wolf that identifies as a refrigerator, and they're going into a coffee shop to conquer their anxiety. Let's talk about it for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Let's face it, they almost did that in the last one. So
they did a couple woke things with James Bond. They Skyfall, in the scene when he first meets Javier Bardem, the villain, puts his hand on Bond's leg, and Bond said, I forget what Javier Bardem's character said, but Bond said in response, "What makes you think it was it would be my first time," as in having sex with a man?
Yeah.
That was number one. And number two, the only reason Nomi, Lashana Lynch, was in No Time to Die was to appease the woke snowflakes. All she did throughout the entire movie was say, "Oh, I'm 007. Does that bother you?" That's all she did. She didn't need to be there. She was there because they were apologetic about making that movie. And, you know, a lot of people have a lot of issues with that movie. That's my biggest issue with it. But, you know, I want someone to make a 007 First Light Vladimir Putin mod, like KGB Vladimir Putin. You know, that would be pretty fucking cool. Play that game as Putin.
Donovan, I can use a lot more terms than woke, but I will get this podcast canceled.
When I say woke, I'll define it because everyone acts like it's a word that can't be defined. I mean weaponized social justice.
Whoa, spoilers, Donovan. Spoilers. All right, let's move on.
It's not even about that. It's just she shouldn't even need to be there.
This was huge news. Like my jaw dropped when I saw this news. So we've been talking about Absolute Batman for quite some time. Like we were talking earlier in the show, Donovan saying he's on issue 1. He just started reading it. They're up to issue 21, 22, something like that.
Yeah.
DC Studios just was like, "Hey, we got an animated show coming out. We got an animated show of Absolute Batman, and it's coming out." Scott Snyder, the creator of this Absolute series, will serve as the showrunner with Nick Dragado. I'm terrible.
The artist. He's the artist on the book.
Will be a producer on this. What'd you say?
Targaryen.
No, what did you say, Jerry?
Oh.
I said he's the artist on the book.
Yeah.
Nick Dragado.
He will be the producer on it. It's going to be a fully CG animated show. Now, I have a theory on why it's going to be fully CG animated, because they can get it out fast. That's my theory. But it's going to be a fully CG animated show. They showed off a 360-degree model complete with his long billowy cape, broad shoulders, and spikes. And it was shown to the attendees at the Animation Festival.
Targaryen Animation Festival.
Targaryen. Oh boy. But anyways, I just scratched myself.
Right. You guys saw it live. Bob's leg fell off.
I did. It's fine. My dog's chewing on it now. So yes. So that is going on. I'm pumped about this. I think this is going to be awesome. Whether I'm wondering if they're going to stick to the comics verbatim, like stick to each issue, like whether they're going to do like 5 episodes is issue 1 or 4 episodes is issue 1 or whatever it is. Like I'm wondering if they're going to do something like that. I don't know, but I can't wait to start watching this. And it makes sense with how big this comic run has been. They just want people to just ingest it, just get as much of it as they can. What do you guys think?
You know, I love Absolute Batman. I mean, when the first issue came out, I stayed up till like 3 a.m. till I received the digital copy to read it. And I had work the next day. Okay. I think the thing that's really cool about the Absolute universe that a lot of people overlook, the main thing about, comics is they always ask how they became a hero. With the Absolute line, It's why did they become a hero? And with the absolute and the meta commentary and as popular and groundbreaking as it is, I think they had to do it right now because you don't know how long something's going to be at this level of popular. Because at a certain point, it could only go down. So they had to get this out fast, number one. Number two, I like that it's going to be CG. I think that this has the potential to be almost like DC's answer to Spider-Verse. Having said that, I hope it's not a one-to-one adaptation. My thing with that is, number one, so many of us have read the comic already and we're up to date on it. Give us a new story. And above all that, like a lot of times I think people just want to see a one-to-one animated adaptation of the comic. And when people push for stuff like that, it's almost it's like disrespectful to the medium of comics. The comic is great as it is. It doesn't need an animated version to be the same exact thing. I'd like to see it have another reason for existing and tell a completely different story. Obviously, you know, you can't change certain things, and you can't change the absolute Batman origin and the villains and how they become villains and everything like that. But I don't want to see it to be a one-to-one adaptation. I'd like to see something new and creative liberties taken.
Is there a release date for this? Did they announce anything? No. I was gonna say, hopefully it doesn't run into like the DBZ thing where Batman's just powering up for 25 episodes.
It won't do that. No.
But I mean, I honestly, it's cool to see stuff like you know, like comics and books actually get, you know, justice done to them with an animated series or something. You see so many things that are really popular, and you're like, I could see that being a show, and then it just never happens. I don't know. I like seeing things get animated like that. I don't know. That's just me.
Donovan, what's your point? Like, of course, it's Scott Snyder's choice of what he wants to do. People always say what they want to see in a show or a movie. But for some reason, when I say this, you say, well, it's Scott Snyder's. No shit.
Uh-oh. I feel a rant coming. I feel a rant.
Because he said the same thing on my Twitter. So now I'm pushing back here. Oh, and now he's pushing at me over my new 52 comment.
All right, moving on.
We're going to hurry up and calm the fire.
All right, so I saw this. So first off, we've all talked about Aaron Fisher in the past, but this is just idiotic. This might be the dumbest thing that I've seen him say ever. So after all the announcements yesterday at the Anarchy Animation Festival, he goes, DC Studios is doing damage control right now by releasing a ton of information on some animated series coming out, trying to draw attention away from the terrible Supergirl. Well, first off, he hasn't even seen Supergirl. At this point, he hasn't seen Supergirl. So him saying terrible Supergirl has no weight to it because, well, he hasn't seen it. But this animation festival was planned for months and months and months. You don't think that the DC Studios has been planning what they're going to showcase for months and months and months and months? Like, how dumb is this person to think like, oh, we gotta drop this stuff. Like, there's a 56% on Rotten Tomatoes. That means we gotta drop. Let them know that Absolute Batman's coming. Let them know we got a crypto animated show coming. Let them know that we got a Joker animated show coming. Let them. We gotta put all this information out because Supergirl got a 56 on Rotten Tomatoes. That's what we gotta do. And that decision all happened within like 3 hours.
Yeah, this is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. First of all, they're all animated. It has nothing to do with the DCU. And DC didn't have a big animated slate. So, like, they should have announced it. And, yeah, apparently this was planned weeks in advance. I mean, people are desperate. You know, what really pisses me off about this is it feels like the Lanterns trailer was a turning point in DCU discourse. And it's like, we've always had people like Aaron Fisher and them, but it feels like other people kind of started jumping onto their like bullshit bandwagon from the Lanterns trailer. And it just sucks. It's like, none of these people know what they're talking about. They're all full of shit. And, you know, they'll say a good movie was bad. Like Superman was a great movie. They say it's bad. So like, I don't understand how anyone takes any of them seriously.
I don't know.
Well, Mr. Miracle was already announced, Donovan.
Let's scroll up a little bit.
That's irrelevant.
This?
I wasn't laughing at you. I'm sorry.
No, I know.
I saw the meme and I just lost
it's a great meme.
Can that be the thumbnail? Oh shit! Sorry.
It's a great thumbnail.
This
That's a great idea. I'd make it a little more colorful, but
sorry.
No pun intended.
Let me compose myself again. Okay. Yeah. So have we ever seen an actual picture of Aaron Fisher? Does he post selfies? Do we know what he looks like? Uh-oh, Bob, you're frozen. You're frozen, Bob. Oh God, did Bob die? Oh God, Bob died. Oh God, Bob really did die. Holy shit.
Yeah, he just said he lost internet. He said keep talking and he'll be right back.
Okay, well, Jerry, yeah. So you're the new guy. We'll do a little interview here. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm here. I went to the dermatologist today. That was cool.
I'm back.
Oh, okay. Well, hi, welcome back. Well, you died, and we talked about dermatology.
They didn't find anything that made them say you're a Snyder sexual opinion rejected on you, did they?
They just said I had a big gaper.
Oh God.
But anyway, Bob, did you hear that? Has anybody ever seen a picture of Aaron Fisher? Like, does he post selfies?
Oh well, we've seen videos of him. He posted.
I've actually had him on my show before.
Oh well, I was gonna say maybe he's the tiny PP guy looking for donations.
My favorite thing about Aaron Fisher is that his show is called My Review. Because every time I see it, I'm just like, well, who the fuck else's review would it be? Seriously.
Yeah.
So stupid. Like, I'll make my show Comics Cuts. Your review. Like, makes no sense.
Wait, who's Sean? Who's Sean? Did we bring up Sean?
I didn't bring up Sean. I don't know. I
Donovan
was dropped,
did.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Sean. That was not us. I do apologize. How are you today? As Bob's getting internet back. How are you? But it's okay. You don't have to answer. Just know that I love you.
I really want to play 007 First Light as Putin.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Sean. Sorry. He replied.
Sean, nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I didn't say bad. I was hoping I didn't, because if I did,
I don't know if you can hear this. No, wait.
Harsh review. Variety keeps it very PC. They're not the type to be harsh on anything.
Yeah. They usually keep shit
But
clean.
Variety is giving their review of Supergirl. Supergirl is a super horrendous comic book movie with the worst script I can remember.
Damn.
James Gunn said he wasn't going into production on any movie until the script was rock solid. For that was the overriding problem with the superhero overkill era. The films had lousy scripts, which served as grids for layering visual effects. Gunn was right to want to make the comic book genre back to the basics of well-structured screenwriting. So what was he doing? What has he done in the second DC outing? He's given us a comic book movie with the worst script that I can remember.
Damn. Variety's smoking
like
his
more
shit.
details on that, but I guess they can't say anything.
The worst script that he can remember?
That's
This is a Variety critic who watches all movies. The worst superhero script that I can remember? The script that was written by Anna Nogueira, who's also writing the new Wonder Woman.
Why is he yelling?
The Titan.
Why, James, did you give this writer 3 movies? You need to be fired just for that. And I said this months ago. Y'all already can fact check the hell out of me all you want. You do not give a new booty, no experienced having writer, and potentially a feminazi 3 movies to write without seeing her do 1? Who does this? A man that's afraid to be canceled. That's who. That's who does this nonsense.
Now you're about to get fired. Paramount. Kick him in the face.
I will never
And
trust the
this
opinion.
variety guy is putting James Gunn's feet to the fire. He's using his own words against him. He said James Gunn said he wasn't going to go into production on any movie until the script was rock solid.
So we just talked about this a little bit ago, but I want to point something out before you guys start talking about this. So 11 hours ago is when he posted this video. Okay, just keep that in mind. 11 hours ago. At 7:21 p.m., he posts this. I'm going into Supergirl now. What grade should I expect? So 11 hours ago, he posts a video talking about a movie. Now, granted, he's saying, oh, the critics say this, the critics say this, but he's yelling about it, freaking out about a movie that he hasn't seen.
Never trust a man that can't fully sit up his chair. You can tell that chair is barely supporting him.
I mean, I'm pretty large, so.
Yeah, but you can put the chair all the way up and it holds your weight. That chair's holding on for dear life. He's one of those people that are, if I just yell loud enough, people are going to take my opinion seriously. Let me just get mad and yell and be angry, and that makes my opinion completely valid.
Yeah, it's so annoying when people do that.
It's like, it's okay, dude. I know you haven't properly wiped your ass in 25 years. It's okay. We've all been there. But you don't have to get mad over stupid shit.
Yeah.
All right, so Marvin X Files told me that there's some Superman photos, and there's going to be a reaction to looking them up. We haven't seen the photos at all. Are they over Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter. They're all on Twitter.
I'm Jody Joe, Marvin X Files. That's pretty much
Motherfucker look like Henry Cavill for real.
Hold on.
That's
Hold on.
disrespectful. Well, it been edited. A same image, just upscale and cleaned up a bit. Ain't no telling, bro. These niggas.
Here's a closer, clear look at the set photo of Superman from the set. This one is the edited one.
If you looks nice, though. It looks, man.
See, this one he cleaned up. Okay, freak that. This is the OG.
In the movie, it'll probably look better.
It look better.
Yeah,
It look a lot corny.
Yeah,
It look better.
Wow,
Bald,
you can
his
see the
bald
purple,
head.
the colors.
That's tight, man.
It might be corny.
Hey,
we were talking about that. We were talking
See,
about that.
I don't
Wait a
understand
minute, bro.
why he
That
wanted
shit
us
look
to watch
out the
him.
comic
That's
into
what I'm
reality.
saying.
nigga.
It's good with the, out the
How
comic
is this fool suit look better than Superman's? Why did you go so?
I don't know. Like, who was it last week? Was it Otito? He was like, watch Jody's Corner. Like, I don't know why we're watching him. Like,
No, we were watching it because we wanted me to roast him.
yeah, but is there any reason for you to roast him?
I mean, I can find something. Give me a couple more minutes of material. I'm sure I could. But oh wait, there was a GTA 6 thing. That's right up my alley. I could actually talk about that.
Oh, I can't wait.
No, actually, no. He has a point there.
Day one, hour one, the moment I could pre-order this shit. I'm sorry. Listen, guys, I'm so sorry that I'm a part of the problem. I wish
You're trash.
I could help myself.
Why would you?
Unfortunately, I'm a sucker for this shit. I want the toxicity. I'm going to contribute to the negative pieces of society, and I don't give a fuck.
I'll never understand when someone
is
says,
that-
I'm a
Yes,
sucker.
I have a
I'm not a
mask.
sucker
Is
for
that the
shit.
tagline for the
Welcome to
channel?
Jody's Corner.
Yeah. Does that dude know that it's Thursday, June 25th in 2026? Does he need a mask?
Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yes!
The physical version will only include a digital code.
Hey, we're going to talk about that a little bit. Don't don't take our story from us. What the hell?
Trash.
No problem.
No, DMCA him.
Man,
DMCA him.
you're
I'm
going to
thinking
release the game at $80
Yes.
and not put a disc in it?
Nope.
This is the shit I'm talking about. With gamers,
Can you pause it,
bro.
Bob? Can you pause it?
You're
Can
gonna
you
eat
pause
this
it?
up.
I'm a
Get in
hard.
there. Get in there.
Nigga,
It's moving on me.
So this dude clearly doesn't play games because since literally 2024. Well, no, 2020 when the new Xboxes came out, or
The
even
discs
really
are
before
all
that.
licenses. That's all they
Yeah,
are.
you don't need the disc. Period. You're just holding on to it for novelty. He would know that if he didn't have to worry about putting on an E-size bra every morning. Or yelling at a camera to make his opinion feel valid.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. But like that's
Also,
just kind of been not really an issue, but that's been the thing for years now.
And he doesn't properly wash that beard.
You know what, Sean? I agree with that as someone who can grow a beard in a month. He doesn't. He's probably like sticking his hand in like ice cream flavored popcorn and just shoving it in his face, and it's just getting stuck in there.
Sean, last week somebody asked us to watch some of his videos to react to them, and he sent us a couple super chats, and I promised him that we would this week. That's why we're doing it. So
yeah, I'm sorry, Sean. I love you though.
Wait, seriously?
What?
Jody's Corner sent us super chats?
No, not Jody. No, somebody else sent us.
Could you imagine if he sent us super chats and we just shit on him for like 10 minutes?
Nigga, it's not expensive enough. $100, my nigga.
Look at the
I'm
slave. He a
spending
slave.
$100 goddamn dollars day one, hour one, the moment I could pre-order this shit. I'm sorry. Listen, guys.
This is robbery. Not giving a shit about you consumers, bro. Unless you take a stand against these high $80. I understand Grand Theft Auto being 80. Okay,
It's a lot.
it's gonna be a big game. It's
It's the 100. It isn't the ultimate edition's 100.
right.
We're just
I
going to do
understand
GTA
It's been
now?
a thing for
I mean, that's
literal decades. That's been a thing forever. Collector's editions and shit.
Yeah, people pay
if-
$200 for collector's editions. This game cost $2 billion to make. What the fuck did you expect?
Yeah, like I mean, you know what? I feel like they just yell a lot and say the N-word a lot. I mean, we can do that and see how popular we get.
Colton, I want you to make a channel and just start doing that.
Oh my
I will
god,
say,
please.
I was in an argument once with someone who said ninja to me, and they were black. And in hindsight, I wish I said ninja back. Because I'm sorry, but if you're going to call me ninja, I could say ninja back. Like ninja is a normal word. If you're not going to say it, like I'm just going to call you ninja back.
I feel like ninja's appropriate.
talking about leasing consoles. You're not even gonna own your console.
I own one now.
The next in the future, your PS6.
Oh, I just have a PC by then. It doesn't matter.
Nah, your PS6 and the new Xbox.
I just won't buy a PS6.
You're gonna
Get a
lease
PC.
them for a monthly subscription. You're not
Put a ban on no console.
okay, but don't worry, Keon. You don't want to spend that on the console.
Do you notice his background? Like, look at it. Like, I've seen
Yeah.
some cool backgrounds. I've seen some shitty backgrounds, and like for me, like I don't have anywhere to like have a good background. That's why I have like nothing. But like his background literally looks like a toddler's bedroom.
Well,
The
because
fake
the sausage
brick is really
he went, I can't afford crayons, so I'm going to buy a bucket of paint with my sausage fingers and paint the bricks.
yeah. I mean, fake bricks are so corny. Like it's corny on a facade. It's definitely corny in cardboard.
And
Yeah.
better yet, he went to one comic convention. I'm not even gonna say a big one, like something like we have around here, like Three Rivers Con or whatever, and went to one stand and went, how many cool, like kind of not branded stickers do you have so I can put it on my background?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh boy. Anyways, I'm done watching. Like I don't even like.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know
let's
what?
move on.
It's honorary. Fuck you, Jody.
All right, so we're gonna get into some tech and video game stuff here. We're gonna start with the tech stuff real quick. So today, Apple announced that they didn't even announce. This morning, I was scrolling through the twits, and people were like, "Apple Store is down for maintenance." And when that typically happens, people are like, "Hey, they're gonna release something new." So what are they releasing today? People thought it was gonna be like new iPads, MacBooks, HomePod, something like that. Well, lo and behold, that's not what happened. They decided to price increase almost all of their items, including the MacBook Neo, their MacBook Air, their MacBook Pros, their iPads, their I don't even know. Here's a good list of them. MacBooks, Mac Minis, iMac, Mac Studio, iPads. However, the iPhone has been unchanged. The HomePods were prices went up. Even the Apple TV went up in price. Everything went up in price with Apple, with the exception of the iPhones and AirTags. AirTags didn't go up in price. That's a good thing. And also, I don't think AirPods went up. I don't think those went up either. But everything went up. And the reason for this is because of the damn RAM crisis and storage crisis that is out there. This is insane. Now, luckily for me, I bought a new MacBook Pro earlier this year. I got the M5 MacBook Pro, which is nice. So I'm good. I'm good for a few years. So I'm happy about that. I don't know where you guys stand on your technology, so hopefully you're good for a few years. But
I have an M1 MacBook and I have an iPad M4 and an iPhone 17 Pro Max. The only thing I was considering maybe upgrading is the MacBook Pro, but I don't even use it as much now with the iPad Pro. I use the iPad Pro more, and this thing is still running pretty good, but it kind of sucks. Like, listen, I think I have a pretty nuanced take on perspective or position on AI. This is one of the issues. This is a big issue, and it's only going to get worse.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this was the inevitable. Like, you can kick it down the road as much as you want. This was going to happen.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's not just affecting our computers. Because it sucks. I'm a big Apple guy. Like, pretty much every computer, every piece of technology in my house is essentially Apple, with the exception of the few Amazon devices I have, within the home. But it's affecting video games and video game consoles and things. The big one is the Steam machine, which now has a release date, and the price has been announced. So the Steam machine, Valve's big thing to compete with Xbox and PlayStation, this cute little cube, look at that, has a starting price of $1,000, $1,049.
Now, keep in mind that does
4K?
No, I don't think it is, and it also doesn't come with a controller at that price.
No controller. 512 gigabytes, no controller. If you want a controller, it's $1,128. If you want the 2 terabyte without a controller, you do get 2 nice little colorful panels to change the color of your little Steam machine, but it's $1,349. If you want to add the controller, it's $1,428. But here's the kicker for these machines, okay? Here's the big kicker. It's weaker than the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Like,
that's just
crazy. It's weaker than the PlayStation 5. Now, sure, it's nice if you have a large Steam library. So if you're somebody who's a PC player and you have a large Steam library, it's nice. It is nice. But honestly, this is the gayest commercial I've ever seen in my life here. But
whoa. We say homosexual here.
Snyder sexual.
This is Snyder sexual.
I'm going to start calling them that. Like, it's no longer Snyder cultist. It is Snyder sexual.
Oh, look, it has a cool feature where you can put a banana on top of it.
You can't put a banana on an Xbox, can you?
No, but I have my cool purple controller on top of it.
That might as well be a banana.
But I mean, I just like, woo, you can put plants around it.
I hope they didn't buy a lot of production on this, because this thing, I don't know much about Steam's business, but like this could tank them. Nobody is going to be
not going to tank them. No. I think. Let me see. Steam machine pre-order.
Who the fuck is buying?
I mean, it's not worth pre-ordering. I mean, maybe later on down the road.
It ships on June 30th. I think it's actually done really well.
I mean, I could see the appeal to, oh, no, I don't have to sit in here. I can just put it on my TV and play. But I wonder if like the hard drive, the RAM and the storage shortages or crises that we're in right now affected what the machine could have been.
Well, yeah, it 100% has. They said that the pricing for this was affected. Basically, the pricing of this would have been similar to the Steam Deck, but because of that, it raised the pricing of it. So
the Steam Deck is cool.
Yeah, I have one. It's pretty dope.
I think we're gonna have to accept a like $1,000 PlayStation. I bet you the PlayStation 6 comes out at like $999.
Oh, 100%.
But Xbox today also announced a price increase.
I saw
Xbox has increased their Series S 512 gigabyte from $399 to $499. Didn't that start out at $299?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. I bought mine at like $299.
Their 1 terabyte Series S is now from $449 to $599. The 1 terabyte Series X is now $800. The Series X 1 terabyte digital only is now $750.
No one tell Jody about that one. He might start screaming again.
Now, what's interesting is Sony hasn't made an announcement yet. There's some discussion that between fans of gaming that Sony may wait as long as they can, but it's pretty definite that they're going to follow suit with this. They may try and wait as long as they can prior to Grand Theft Auto coming out, but I think they're going to follow suit pretty quickly.
Well, PlayStation raised their prices not too long ago. Like
no, they're pretty close to this, aren't they?
Yeah, I think the PS5 Pro is like $800 now. Which I think this will forever be the only console generation that went up in value the longer it was out.
Yeah.
PlayStation buy. There we go. That's how buy PlayStation 5 consoles. I couldn't remember what their store was called. It's direct.playstation.
Maybe. There we go.
Maybe.
They should turn down the prices on there.
Yeah, so their Pro is $899. Their digital only console is $599. So compare that. Digital only 1 terabyte is $750. Is that 1 terabyte for their PS5 console? No,
not even.
Not even.
Which is an oddly specific number, but
yeah, well, they're weird. And then this is $649 for disc 1 terabyte, but that's with a disc. It's $649. So it's $800. And it used to be $649. So they're gonna follow suit. They'll follow suit. It'll be the same.
It's gonna be great when the next generation comes out and no one buys them and everybody panics and freaks out.
Look, we talked about this. What was it last week? And Jody just was talking about it. We're not. I think they watched our show. We're not going to own any of this stuff. We're not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't believe hard enough.
I paid like $900 for my PS5 when it first came out on resale.
You are a trooper.
Yeah,
Bob deuced out again.
I'm back again. I'm back again.
Now, see, that's the only reason I got the Xbox. Nicole somehow tracked down a Series S during COVID and got it for me for Christmas.
Anyway, Jalen just got back from Supergirl and said, absolutely loved it. Don't know why certain critics are hating on it, but it's not some masterpiece either, but just still say a good movie. Cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of what I figured it was going to be. Nothing crazy, just a respectable movie.
All right, keep moving. No, yeah, we'll keep the comic stuff to the end here. We got a little bit more to go.
You saw my text?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. Grand Theft Auto. Well, first off, let's go. This is a mess. Today is a mess, guys. Today is a mess.
Welcome to my life.
The physical version of GTA 6 will only include a digital code. Now, it has been updated that a disc will be available in December, apparently, but when it releases in November, it will only be a digital code within the physical box that you get. That's kind of dumb.
I mean, oh no. I'm going to wait till December to play a game that I could have played in November because I don't know how licensing works.
Yeah.
That's not that big of a deal. That's just people bitching to bitch.
I'm going to buy it digitally on release day. It's also stupid to pre-order it digitally. Like, the point of pre-ordering a game was when you needed to buy it physical and you couldn't wait to release and you wanted to make sure you secured your copy. Now you're just giving your money to Rockstar with no interest. It's like
I believe though there is a perk in that you are getting a perk for pre-ordering it still digitally. I think you're getting the Vice City pack if you pre-order it.
Yeah, you're getting there's actually a whole bunch of stuff that you have to get the Ultimate Edition for, which I'm sure we're about to talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Well, I'm getting the Ultimate Edition. I normally don't, but I want everything on this game.
Oh, yeah, I literally just told Nicole she's buying it for me when we end this.
Nicole.
Hey, Nicole, how about me?
Okay, $300. Let's go. Oh my god. Well, no, we probably are going to talk about this in a second. So never mind.
There's two editions, which is kind of shocking to me that they decided to go with that. I didn't think they would go this route, but they decided to go with a standard edition at $80 and an ultimate edition at $100. Now, the standard edition does not have these 6 things plus some additional things. Why is it not pulling up for me? There we go. Come on. These 6 things: ride out customs, where you can transform vanilla vehicles into magnificent works of art; Sarah's unisex salon, where you can get signature salon styles for both Jason and Lucia. Stock 305, where you can style various unique and exclusive looks for Jason and Lucia at Stockyard's premier destination for elevated streetwear. Electric Fang Tattoo, which it's a tattoo shop. Mod Shop, which is a mod shop for your car. And Classic Car Collection, where you can track down a variety of abandoned classic and work in progress project cars and revitalize them. That is what some of the things that you get with the $100 edition, which is kind of interesting. My question is, and I haven't been able to find this, I don't know if you did, Colton, are you able to add that on later? Like, if you pay the $80, can you down the line, like, hey, here's $20 more or $25 more and get
you can do that right now. Like, let's say you just want to pre-order the base edition. There is, because I was looking it up on Xbox's website or Microsoft's website. Technically, they do have a $20 add-on that it just bumps you up to the, what is it, premium edition or whatever, ultimate edition, whatever it's called. But I'm sure it's Rockstar. Give it a year, you'll be able to buy it for like $20 or something. They're just trying to make people buy the more expensive one right now.
Makes sense.
But people are all up in arms about that. Have they never seen other games that have other editions? You don't get that shit if you buy the base game. That's
No,
all it is. Like it's still nothing to lose your mind over.
Let's see. Grand Theft Auto 6 is a single player experience coming November 19th to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. All Grand Theft Auto 6 pre-orders and purchases before November 20th will get the Vintage Vice City Pack, a collection of items that flash back to when the neon burned brightest. Players who pre-order digital versions of Grand Theft Auto 6 will be able to begin preloading on November 12th to ensure they are able to play at launch on November 19th. The physical version of Grand Theft Auto 6 containing a download code inside the box will be available starting November 12th to support preloading. Learn more about the Ultimate Edition and pre-order bonuses, including details on a free month of GTA Plus, including with digital pre-orders and much more at rockstargames.com/6. Now, I want to talk about this GTA Plus real quick. You automatically get that a free month of GTA Plus when you pre-order it. However, it continues billing you after that free month. So the card that you use when you pre-order that game digitally, it will continue billing you after that first month. Beware of that. So if you don't want GTA Plus, which you don't need to have, because first off, GTA Online, the new GTA Online, isn't even going to be available at launch. So we don't even know when that's coming out. But
it's probably going to be like, and this is a lot of people with, GTA 5 came out, 12 years ago now? It didn't have online when it launched either. So I don't know why there's a massive uproar over it.
No, it didn't. I'm not even worried about it. But
that sounds like a problem for Nicole, not me.
Oh boy, it's funny. Dominique is actually excited about this. She actually likes the GTA games, so she's excited about it.
Because we're all gonna buy it, and then when online comes out, we're all gonna play together.
We're all gonna play together,
right? Every Saturday night.
Saturday. Now the pre-sales obviously started. Guess what? Today. Was it today or yesterday? I don't know.
Today.
It
started today.
GTA 6 has already reportedly surpassed 39 million pre-order sales and $3 billion in revenue already since it started pre-orders.
It's already made its money.
This is saying the game is not out, and he claims of having amount of sales and revenue, blah, blah, blah. But this is a rumor, so that's just a rumor. So I know.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all.
But yeah. Any other stuff that you want to talk about on GTA, folks?
Oh, actually, I don't know. I not on GTA, but there was someone that added me on Xbox. I don't know if they're a listener or a random person, but that was cool.
I'll just say Rockstar is so aspirational. Like, I have family members that are businessmen. They don't play video games. They never have. And they always ask me about Rockstar. Like, that's the one thing about video games they're interested in. And it's because Rockstar has the power of putting out a game and making all other games not releasing around it. Like, that level of dominance, it's rare in any industry. Rockstar they're gods amongst men. They are absolutely incredible at what they do. And it's just amazing to witness. And I'm so pumped for GTA.
Yeah, it's crazy because the GTA 6's story will come out, and then like 2 weeks to a month later, online will get launched, and it's like so you're already holding up November, and then everybody getting games for their kids for Christmas are also going to be like, no, you're playing GTA Online. So like November and December are completely blocked out in gaming.
It's crazy. I mean, like, it's going to make every other game look. Red Dead Redemption came out 8 years ago, RDR2, and even that game holds up better than most games that come out today. It's crazy.
Well, you know what's crazy? I'm one achievement away, which I really need to just message that guy and just do it, for completing Red Dead 1 that came out in 2007, and that story still holds up. Most of the mechanics still hold up. It's actually insane.
Yeah,
Bob died
it really
again.
does. It's and even the graphics, like I want to play Red Dead Redemption 2. I just have an issue with how slow the game starts out and my patience and ADHD. But I always wanted to play that game again. But also so many games lately have been coming out like 15 hours, 20 hours. GTA is going to be 50 hours plus.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
and that's not even counting 100%ing the game. That's going to be
exactly
like 200
that's just
hours.
the main story.
Yeah. So hopefully no one needs me between November and January.
Yeah.
Work's I'm getting hoarded out at work for December. So January, I'm going to be busy.
All right. You had this first look at Hideo Kojima's new game. OD.
That is rendered game footage. That still is from the game. That is not a picture. But remember,
what engine are they using?
I don't know. It's just Kojima doing Kojima things. Like, I'm sure. Well, I don't know, Bob. You may have heard of PT back in 2014. This seems like it's the game that it should have been. So, there's a couple videos of like trailers and stuff where it is basic.
Is this from Fizzant or no? This is OD. This is the horror game, right?
Yeah.
Is it about drugs?
I have no clue. I just saw the stills and I was like, holy shit.
I'm much more interested in Fizzant just because I'm a James Bond type of guy and that's his but I'm sure this is going to be. I'm a huge Kojima fan because of Metal Gear.
Yeah, anything Kojima does is great. Even he has a post office simulator and oh shit.
Death Stranding?
Yeah.
Why do you need to do that?
Too?
No, I haven't played the second one yet.
Same, I haven't, but I'm thinking about buying it soon. I think I'm going to try it. I like the first one. I just don't know if I would have played the first one again. But from my conversation with ChatGPT, it said a lot of people felt that way and felt that the second one was different enough to enjoy it again.
All right, Jerry, you're up.
So I'm going to get into spoilers. So if you are worried about spoilers from the Ultimate Universe, it ended last night. I'm 100% getting into spoilers. So they released Ultimate Endgame issue number 5 and also Ultimate Finale. So Ultimate Endgame issue number 5. First of all, the writer blocked me on Twitter. I mean, I have been very critical of his writing, and I keep it mostly to his writing. I definitely criticized him when he mocked Trump for the shooting. He wrote "missed again" with a frown. But other than that, I really have kept my commentary to him about his writing and not his insane politics. But I liked Ultimate Endgame. A lot of people didn't. A lot of people thought it got really bad. But from my understanding, most people liked issue number 5. Issue number 5, was cool. Basically, the Ultimate Universe ended. One of the things that I thought was really cool was the crazy thing about the Ultimate Universe is that there are multiple different variants of characters that are in the universe. And the main one is Reed Richards. Reed Richards is the maker. So he created, if you don't know anything about the Ultimate Universe, Reed Richards, like a really evil version of Reed Richards, created a universe without superheroes, but they ended up becoming superheroes anyway. They snuck through it. And Doom in this book is another version of Reed Richards. The crazy thing that happened in this book was that Doom, he got all 4 of the Fantastic Four powers, but he's been hiding it. So he ended up taking, his clothing, not all of his clothing off, but enough that you could see his arms, which were the Thing, fire in his hands, half invisible. It was really cool. And he basically saved the day. But the interesting thing is that they announced that the Ultimate Universe was ending 6 months-ish ago, maybe 8. And everyone was like, why? Everyone knows that the Absolute Universe has been kind of eating Marvel's lunch. But the Ultimate Universe came out first. Scott Snyder recently corrected someone and said, because people always thought, myself included, that Absolute was DC's answer to the Ultimate Universe. But Scott Snyder actually answered a fan on something else, and he said, I actually had pitched the Absolute Universe like a year before Marvel even announced the Ultimate Universe. So it just happened to be that two different creative teams were thinking about something similar at the same time, which, by the way, I want to say, like, that's very possible. My family's been in the fashion business for a really long time. And one of the things I've noticed about that is, like, they deal in the same market. They see the same trends. So a lot of creatives in creative fields, they don't steal ideas, but they happen to have similar ideas because they're all looking at the same trends and the same stuff and the same forecasting. So that happens. But then they put out the Ultimate Finale, which was cool. They basically did a short story in the Ultimate Finale for each of the different Ultimate lines: Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate X-Men, and all of them. The interesting
that King's not black.
yeah. Oh, Marvel. And that's actually Tony Stark. But what was interesting is the Ultimate Universe. The last page was, I'll just pull it up on my phone, of the finale, which was really interesting. So this was the last page. Could you see it?
It's a circle.
No, but the text.
No.
Anyway, it says Ultimate Universe will return. So the Ultimate Universe, they're going to do something with it. I don't know what. Also, Ultimate Spider-Man had previously died in Ultimate Endgame. But long story short, when they were fixing time, because he ended up getting to rewrite the future by stealing the Immortus engine from, I'm not going to get into all the lore, but long story short, they basically brought Ultimate Spider-Man back to life. So the Ultimate Universe is over, but it's not the last we're going to see of it, which a lot of people suspected. So I think it's interesting. I hope they do more with it. I just don't know who they would put on it, considering Dennis Camp, who is the guy who wrote Ultimate Endgame. I hate him, but and I don't criticize his writing because I hate him. I criticize his writing because he's the most overrated writer in comics, period. But I also happen to hate him. And he just signed an exclusive DC deal. So he's going to be exclusive at DC. Those don't always hold up, like usually if you want to write with Image or something like that. But if you write an exclusive deal with DC, they're definitely not going to let you write for Marvel. Like Image or one of the other independent labels, fine, but they're not going to have you write for Marvel. And Jonathan Hickman is writing the Midnight Line. So I don't know what other talent they have that would be a good fit for the Ultimate Universe. It remains to be seen. But I'm kind of glad that they're going to bring it back. I just hope they put the right talent on it.
And that has been Comic Corner with Jerry.
Some may say that has been a comic cut.
Ah!
There you go.
Actually, and that's been Comic Cuts with Jerry. Oh, look at that.
Hey, we got a segment name.
All right. You got anything else? You guys got anything else? Anything?
Not really.
No,
Why am I in the middle?
Whoa,
I don't like this.
whoa,
I'm between the
whoa.
two of you.
A rose between two thorns.
All right. Well, let's play our quick little game here. All right. So I have images from movies, and you're going to have to guess what movie it's from.
Oh, so I don't make as much of an ass out of myself in this game.
No.
Oh, I made a bigger stuff last week.
Oh no, I'm so bad at the timed ones. It's not even funny.
I'm back again.
Bob died and came back.
That time was my fault.
Bob will return.
3 knights, 3 swords.
All right. Let's see here. we should actually, you know what I should do? I should do, why is it?
Your mom.
That's hot. I'm gonna do that.
And he's doing stuff and he's doing things.
Game time. Save as new layout.
Ooh.
And boop. There we go.
Whoa.
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 All right. So the first one up is going to be Jerry.
Yay, I'm not first.
I think you'll be able to get this one. What movie is this from?
Oh, it's so obvious.
Infinity War.
Wrong.
Oh no, Snyder Cut.
Wrong.
It's clearly Garage. Duh.
All right, I'll give each one of you 5 guesses. So you've got 2 now.
Alien.
No.
Terminator 2.
No. I thought you would get this one. Like I thought like this was going to be one of the easier ones.
Oh, GoldenEye.
No. I think that's it. That's 5. Colton, you get 2 guesses to steal.
Oh God. Dark Knight.
No.
Damn.
But you were close.
I don't
Oh, I know exactly what this is from.
Damn it. No. Batman. BVS. There we go.
Nope.
Damn.
No, it is
I know
Batman
exactly
Begins.
the scene now. I know exactly the scene.
What scene is it?
It is the scene. I'm going to say the quote. It's I forget the quote, but it's when she was about to get graped and he shows up and she puts the taser and it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. So she was going to get mushed down into some fine wine and or jelly.
All right, Colton, here's yours. And Jerry, I did this one for him because it is so easy. And
I'm going to fuck it up. Pig rats, Colton's an ass. Oh, that's Spider-Man. That's Amazing Spider-Man 2.
oh, he got it. He got it. Congratulations. I didn't think you would get it.
Blessed. See, I know my shit sometimes. If there's no time limit, I'm fine.
All right, Jerry, are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, that one's easy. I know that one.
Titanic.
Yes, good job. Good job. All right, Colton, you ready?
Oh, why am I getting? I'm gonna get a hard one. That's a meme. I don't know a fucking movie that's from, but that's a meme. I would say Rocky.
Not Rocky.
Oh, obviously, white arm, black arm. Duh. How could I forget? Oh shit, I don't even know. I thought it was from Rocky. I don't even know where else it would be from. A-Team.
No.
I know
Say A-Team. I genuinely like no clue. Like I thought it came from Rocky.
Can I say it?
I concede.
He's no. You got 3 more guesses. Come on.
Behind the scenes of Star Wars Episode 1.
Can I give him a hint?
No, don't help him.
All
I know. I honestly, I thought it was Rocky. I really don't know. Now I'm just trying to think of movies that have black guys and white guys in them.
Well, think of the time period. Like when do you think this movie came out?
Like the 80s.
Okay, so think of
Roadhouse.
a movie with big brawly men from the 80s.
Rocky.
It's not Rocky.
Rocky's not the only movie with brawlic men.
And
The 80s is full of movies like that.
the 80s is also like all 16 years before I was born. Alien.
Not Alien, but you're getting closer.
Predator. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, was I right? Predator? Your eyes got big.
Yes, it's Predator.
Yeah. I did genuinely think that was from Rocky, though. I'm not even gonna lie.
Predator. It's the funny thing is it's actually Carl Weathers from Rocky. Saying hello to Arnold Schwarzenegger. So
see, I was kind of right.
All right. Now I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get this, Jerry. I'm pretty sure. I don't know though, because I mean I'm not 100% sure if you'll know which one though. So
I do.
I want to say A New Hope.
You're right.
I was gonna say if it wasn't New Hope, it was Rogue One, just because they used old footage from from episode 4.
I tried to find one from Rogue One to throw him off, but I couldn't find one that I was sure was Rogue One.
Yeah.
So
it threw you off.
I knew it was either episode 4 or Rogue. That would have been my two guesses. It would have been one of the two.
All right, this one might trip you up a little bit because it's technically not a scene from the movie.
Cool. Oh, that's Conjuring.
Yeah.
What, Laundry?
The Conjuring. It's the poster for the film.
I'm not a big horror guy. I wouldn't know that.
It has absolutely nothing to do with the movie at all, either.
No, not even a little bit
whatsoever. Like, I think that tree is just a prominent thing in the film, and that's it.
But the rope is
also the prop in the Jussie Smollett story.
Yeah.
All right, the next two should be fun. So Jerry, you're up.
Oh,
it's obvious.
I know. License to Kill.
Oh, I didn't think you'd get it that fast.
I was gonna say, it's cool. Cool guys don't look at explosions movie.
I know my Bond.
All right, I'm sorry, Colton. I'm sorry.
God, what would that even be from? It's a fucking sandwich. There's nothing to go on. Based on the nails, I'm gonna say Mean Girls, but I don't think that's in Mean Girls.
No, I'm gonna guess. No, I'll wait.
Super Size Me.
Nope.
Damn, I really genuinely have no fucking idea. Subway, the Jared Fogle movie.
Why hasn't that been a thing yet?
Because he's a fucking pedophile.
But that's why they should make it a thing, because then they can highlight why he's a piece of shit.
I want to say it's an advertisement for McDonald's.
No.
I really no fucking clue. Inception.
No, but close. No, not really.
All
right, Jerry, can you steal it?
Sorry.
What?
Flash.
No, but you're getting closer. Look at the nails.
Still nothing.
Blue Beetle.
No, but you're still in the right wheelhouse.
Can I give another guess?
Sure.
Suicide Squad.
Even closer.
Damn it.
The Suicide Squad.
Closer.
Aquaman. Duh. No.
No.
Harley Quinn?
Very close, but
Birds of Prey.
there it is.
I have watched that movie once when it came out.
Giveaway. I thought it was the scene in the beginning when she was like, "Oh my God, it's Flash!" I thought maybe she had a sandwich with her or something.
Yeah. See, I would never. I've watched that once when it came out, and I've never thought about watching it again.
Well, try. So the idea of that, we'll probably play that again sometime. But I wanted to do somewhat easier and add a couple difficult ones this time to so next time I can go more difficult. So that's
just put one of Darth Maul's horns.
That was fun. But yeah, that was a big old 0. So you guys tied, I think. Yeah, you guys tied this game.
Woo! I didn't lose.
So, all right. Well, that was a fun show. So, guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe, follow us on all the podcatching apps. Find Bridging the Geekdoms on X. Find me at Slav's Free Talk. Find Jerry on
At
that
Comics
side.
Nuts.
And find Colton.
White Ruby 53. Yo.
And catch us live Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. at Bridging the Geekdoms on YouTube. And we'll catch you all later.
Later.